right, welcome to another installment of the Fragments of Silicon Reviews. 4 reviews up this time. The first of which is Impaler. Impaler is a minimalist arena shooter with spikes. Summon spikes to slay monsters, build barriers, and reach higher ground. Impaler's roguelike elements ensure each run is a unique challenge. Right, so when it calls itself an arena shooter, it's not joking around. Like, it is very literally an arena, as in you have a room singular that you fight in until you die. You know, it's like, it's basically if you took a sliver of, say, Serious Sam, or I guess more aptly Painkiller, and made it its own game, or I guess gamelet, considering, you know, what the description said is about what you get. You know, like you fight monsters, you know, in waves, you know, and you collect coins to unlock power-ups. And there's a rogue-like component, slimmer than other games of this type, as in really the metagame is to unlock weapons. You know, like you trying to remember. I think no, you start out with the machine gun, and then the first unlock is the shotgun weapon. They have their own names for them. You know, I'm going to call them what they generally are because I don't remember the specific names. But the unique hook of Impaler is in the title. And yeah, the whole summon. More a spike.
Okay.
Like, yeah, definitely a spike. As in, you know, you have 2 attacks. You've got, you know, your typical gunshot. But the other one is you get to summon big honking spikes that can literally impale your enemies.
So do they go for the low-hanging fruit and name you Vlad, or is your opponent Vlad, or?
I don't know if anyone's named Vlad in here, but it wouldn't surprise me. Like, I honestly don't know if there's a story going on here. Like, look, this game doesn't even put up the pretense of having a narrative. At least, you know, not on the early goings. Like, I gotta admit, I didn't get too far in this game because there's not a lot to this. You know, I mean, sure, there's things to unlock and so on and so forth, but, you know, when this game says it's minimalist, it's not kidding around. Like, it's, you know, it's a very small game. There's not getting around it. And, of course, being a roguelike, it can be very punishing. Like, at points, it can, you know, crush your soul very quickly. Oh, right. There is a third attack. So you do have a jump in this game, but I honestly don't know what the regular jump is for. Because, you know, there's not any sort of platforming or any reason for you to just jump. It's fairly useless. But there is the Rise of the Triad anti-grav jump. You know, there's like a glowing circle on the ground. When you hit it, you go right up into the air, and when you land, it causes a shockwave, which will kill nearby enemies. Like, it does factor into the strategy a bit. Like, provided that the jump pads are generated. Like, really, your core combat is alternating between your impaling spikes and your regular weapon, because both can overheat. Don't ask me how magical spikes can overheat. Other than it would be far too easy if they didn't. Like,
Do your
oh right,
regular weapons need ammunition, or are these all like magical overheating weapons that once they cool off,
no,
they have infinite ammo?
that one.
Mm,
Yeah, they have infinite ammo, but you do have to watch the cooldown.
fair.
Oh right, there is also bullet time. When you kill enough enemies, it'll go into the slow mo. Not gonna lie, this is one of the most useless bullet times I've ever encountered.
Hmm.
Like, it really doesn't do much. Like, and the upgrades are what you would expect. Carrying more bullets, shortened cooldown times, that sort of thing. The trick here is you don't know what you're getting until you actually unlock it. As in, you purchase it from the, let's call it the Vampire Survivor store. Like, and yeah, that's about it. Look, once again, there's not much to this game. It's like what's here is fine, I guess, but it's like, we were able to get whole ass games out of this premise 25 years ago. Serious Sam 1 came out in 2001. And it's basically this without the roguelike elements, and just, much longer and more varied, and keeping out the randomness. Right. So in terms of pricing, it's at least priced appropriately. It's going to run you a mere $3, $2.99. So we're in cup of coffee territory. Like, more expensive than the convenience store coffee I get, but definitely less expensive than something from Starbucks. So, once again, it's like, even if you are disappointed, it's $3. It's not going to be that much disappointment. And the game is certainly worth $3. I'd say it could have gone as high as $5, but, definitely no more than that. It's definitely priced appropriately, if nothing else. Right. So, any other questions, comments, or concerns over Impaler?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty straightforward to me.
Right. So, yeah, that'll about do it for this game. Be sure to tune in after the break, as Petty will be reviewing 8 Color Star Guardian.